Ready?
Yep, let's go.
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Backspin Podcast. My name is DJ Aflex.
DJ KUE.
And we got a few things we would like to discuss with you on this fine Wednesday afternoon.
Yep.
But first, before we do all that, how you doing, man? What's going on?
I'm good, man. You know, just grinding. What about you?
A lot of that.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually took tomorrow and Friday off the day job.
Okay.
So tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh, snap, it is.
So,
Damn.
yeah, we got to do something for that.
Yeah.
And, so Sammy's coming to town.
Okay.
It'll be dope. She's going to come in tomorrow. And, I don't have a lot planned. Got some family stuff. Got a couple of things here and there. And, it's kind of like really I'm just mainly looking forward to having a couple of days where I can just chill. I'm going to make myself chill and not just work and like mow the lawn and clean out the garage.
Right. Just do nothing.
You know, usually, that's like my Saturday when I don't have anything going on all day. I usually find work to do, but I think this time, like, I'm gonna make myself chill. Maybe like read a book, go see a movie, go out to eat, just do some like, R&R type stuff.
That's perfect. I just talked to one of my coworkers. Her birthday was yesterday, and she said that's what she did.
Yeah.
I said, "What'd you do?" She's like, "Nothing."
I think I'm at that age, I don't want to go out and turn up and feel like crap for a couple of days. I want to, I want to chill,
Past them days.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
I know this is kind of off the beaten path or off the topic. We usually talk about DJ stuff, but I recently just started skateboarding again.
Oh yeah?
Like literally went every day last week, and I've gone a couple times this week. It's been crazy hot in St. Louis this week, but man, for some reason, like I feel like a kid again.
Yeah,
it's a little sketchy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I definitely
Be careful out there now.
I definitely don't have the skills that I used to have, but it just, I think I love those things that kind of bring back like your childhood or bring back your they make you feel. If you guys are watching, I got some Legos sitting over here. Something about putting together Legos or
wait till you have a kid.
Yeah, you get to, I guess having a kid, you get to relive a lot of that stuff. Like, oh, yeah, hey, I remember these toys.
Yep, I just bought my son a remote-controlled helicopter the other day from Walmart. It was like a little $20 one. It was like a little $20 little toy. We get it home, charge it up, USB, charge it up. Took that thing outside, and I was like, that thing like took off. I was like, this is the real deal. Yeah. Like, it was legit.
So
it was kind of cool.
It disintegrate the first time it touched the ground, or
no.
They make them a little better now?
No, it like, it'll pop down on the ground, and it was good. Yeah, we flew around in the backyard. I mean, it got high. Like, it's got a little powerful motor in it and a little handheld remote. He's a little too young to, like, use the remote, but he liked to see it fly around. So I was flying it around, and he was just watching it. But I thought it was going to be... It's actually, I opened it in the house and then thought it was going to be like an in-the-house thing. And then as soon as I hit the remote to make it take off, it like literally hit the ceiling in like a split second. I was like, all right, we got to take this outside.
Yeah. Let's go in the backyard.
Yeah, but it's kind of dope, though. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Speaking of toys, I think a new toy dropped today, the Rain Performer.
Rain Performer. Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Saw a couple of videos today.
Did you catch the Twitch live with Craze, Scratch Bastard, and there was a handful of DJs that I think that they commissioned to do a live on Twitch,
like a demo?
Yeah. Well, there wasn't even really like a demo. There's just them DJing with it. I caught Craze's set, or part of it, and I think they were just like DJing with it and just kind of answering questions on the live.
To answer your question, no, I didn't catch it. Did you? How much of it did you catch? Some of Craze's and
yeah, I watched about 20 minutes of Craze DJing with it. I kind of have a gripe with it a little bit. Like, I think what they did with it is they took the Rain 4 and recommissioned it into the Rain Performer by basically just swapping out the jog wheels. So if anybody knows, the Rain 4 has static jog wheels, almost like a CDJ. The Rain Performer has mechanical jog wheels,
the motorized.
Or motorized jog wheels. Or not jog wheels, like platters, like a
turntable. They spin.
Turntable like Rev 7 or a turntable, right? So, but my problem is everybody, not everybody, like many of the flagship mixers are moving to the cue point pad sets in the middle of the mixer. And the old way was to have the cue point pad sets like below the jog, so they're kind of split. And they kept it like that. And I was
Yeah, for
wondering.
something like so with motorized platters, you'd think that like they're appealing to or catering to a scratch DJ,
Right.
and I wouldn't think that a scratch DJ would want the where your palm could hit it. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure you get used to it, and you don't have to like.
You
But
can
they're
make it
all
work,
yeah,
but
but they're appealing to both. They're appealing to the scratch DJ with the motorized platters, but they're also appealing to the people that are used to, and some people are just really comfortable with the layout of the old controllers that have the pads in front. So maybe they're trying to get a little two for one, make everybody
I think
happy.
they got lazy and just again recommissioned the Rain 4 into the Performer and just swapped out the
Yeah.
jog wheels for the platters because everything else is virtually the same. If you watch, I don't know if you saw Mojax's review or not. I watched that.
I kind of scrubbed through. To be honest with you, I didn't pay super close attention to it. One, I was in a little bit of a hurry, so sorry guys. I don't know all the ins and outs. Go watch the videos if you want to
Yeah.
know a lot about it. And also, I just bought a Rain 7. I don't want to sit and watch a video about something else that I'm gonna want. You know what I'm saying?
Getting
I'm
the
like,
itch, like damn it.
yeah, I'm like, damn.
Well,
Shit.
here's the thing. Like, I like it. Like, I like Rain hardware over Pioneer hardware. I think Pioneer hardware is cheap. I don't like the faders in Pioneer mixers. I've always liked Rain hardware over Pioneer. But the problem is with this Rain Performer, which I think is dope, is the pad layout. I want to see the pad layout in the middle because I have a Rain 70, the mixer, and the pads are in the middle. So it's like I understand why they did it. They did it, in my opinion, to basically cheap out. They already had a shell, and it's like boom, boom. This is an easy way for us to get another product on the shelf
Yeah,
instead of a full redesign.
you might be right about that. I don't know. I kind of like I'm more of the optimist, so I think that they're just trying to make the people that are used to the old layout and the scratch DJs happy. What is just I know this is a silly little thing, but it's something that kind of bothers me. I don't like the power supply, the power plug for the Rev 7.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like a little
yeah. They
little
don't
thing
have
that looks like it can bust off. It's not
right the IEC.
is that what it's called?
Yeah, the
IEC.
one. It's
That's
just like a plug. It goes
yeah.
like into the back of a printer or the back of like a
speaker,
speaker or something like that.
everything
Yeah.
else, every other kind of
Yeah,
mixer.
yeah, 100%. Like it doesn't have like this Rain Performer has that. Where the Rev 7, the Rev 5, which I have, they don't have that. They have their own little power brick.
Yeah,
that
it's like a
goes
proprietary.
into,
What sucks
yeah,
about that is that's something that could potentially get lost or broken,
right,
and you can't just grab another one out of your
exactly.
bag. You're screwed until they can ship you a new one or whatever. So
Yeah.
Pioneer, if you're listening to this,
Wait, does the S
come on,
you have
guys.
a S9? Does it have the IEC on the back of it?
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
it's got
so
like the standard.
standard one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Rain 70 has it.
It's the same with my turntables too.
Mhm.
Like
Okay, yeah.
don't do some weird proprietary
Right.
thing that's gonna make it difficult. But I heard something recently that was kind of interesting, and it was about I don't know. There was I think it had something to do with Elon Musk and Tesla, and he was talking to somebody about car manufacturing. I want to say maybe he was just telling the story, but
Mhm.
um, basically he he learned and was telling that the reason that most new car manufacturers fail is because car manufacturers don't make a lot of money selling new cars. Where
That's
they make
true. Yeah.
where they make a lot of their money is selling parts,
Mhm.
replacement parts.
Mhm.
That's where they mark up and that's where they kind of get you.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a large fleet of cars out there that have aged that are needing new parts replaced all the time, then that's seriously going to cut in. But say like Chevy, Ford, whatever, they can sell their cars cheaper, not make it as much money, but they're banking off the 5 and 10-year-old cars that all need new whatever.
Whatever. That's like the downfall of the Technics 1200.
Yeah, they
Was
lasted so
the
long that they.
rumor of the downfall? Like
Yeah.
that's like the standard rumor is that they were made like tanks and they lasted forever, so there was no reason to buy a new one. And
So, but I wonder if like that, whatever you want to call it, planned obsolescence or whatever. I don't know if you've subscribed to that, but I do. I think that it's something that companies deliberately do. They will create products that they know are going to fail over time because
oh yeah,
they want to sell
so you
the
either a new one
another
or
product a couple of years
yeah.
down the road.
I mean the iPhone, perfect example. Or we always say the iPhone, but all the phone companies do it. Androids do it.
I think Apple does it to a less degree than others, and I
Yeah.
don't want to start like people are probably
Right, they're
screaming at
gonna
the screen right now.
go iPhone versus. It's all of them, right? Like you can't have an Android phone from 2018 right now. Like you just like you can't. It won't. It ain't gonna
No,
operate
but
right.
an iPhone will because it's way more locked down. So it's kind of a gift and a curse. Like I have kind of an old iPhone, and actually I work with a guy that still uses an iPhone 6,
Well, you
and it
can't
works
update it
perfectly
though.
fine.
You can't update it to the new
Not
stuff.
past a certain
Right,
point.
that's what I'm saying.
You're right.
That's the thing. It'll still
But it's not
work, but if
broken.
you want the new, bells and whistles, you got to get the new stuff. Yeah, it'll still work. It'll still make calls, but you can't do,
Yeah.
like the new stuff. So if you got an iPhone 8 and somebody else has got a 15, yeah, you guys can both make calls, or send text. But the guy with the 15 is going to be able to do a lot more, have a lot more of the features that you don't have. So
You know, a few minutes ago you mentioned listening to the Craze live stream where he
Yeah.
was playing on the Rain Performer.
mm-hmm.
That Craze Cuber stuff died out pretty
Man,
quick.
that dried up quick, man. That dried up
That,
fast.
that actually earned us our first negative review as well.
Right. Dried up quick. Man, that dried up quick.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, did we kind of jump on the bandwagon? Did we
I don't think
kind
so.
of fall for the hype?
No, I don't think so. I think that, we're DJs. We follow DJ community stuff. And that was a DJ community thing. Every DJ on
Yeah.
the planet was tuned into that. I don't
Right.
care. If you weren't, you're not a DJ.
Yeah, we just happened to have a platform where we
Yeah.
talk about that stuff, and
100%.
it was that day. So
Yeah.
you can't really blame us.
And
So
you can't not have the two, like, pinnacles.
it's
Those
funny.
two guys are in everyone's top 5
Yeah. Oh
of
yeah.
DJs.
Oh yeah.
They're-
You know what? I don't know if Kubert's in my top 5, and I'm not trying to be a hater. I am not trying to be a hater.
He's at least in your top 10, I'm sure.
He would definitely be in my top 10.
Like he's up there.
But
So who would be in your top 5?
oh, you gonna do this?
Let's go. I don't even know who would be in mine, but go ahead, hit it.
Like my 1 and 2 goes back and forth between Craze and Four Color Zach.
Okay.
I am a man. I haven't really thought about this a lot. So
haven't either.
it kind of depends on. Are we talking top 5 turntablism?
Anybody.
Turntablist.
Let's just make it real broad.
I really like Jay Espinoza.
Mm-hmm.
I really like kind of a newbie to me. He's not a new DJ, but new to me. I really like Kevin Kahn. I think he's from Orlando, Florida. Do you know?
Would he be in your top 5 though?
No.
Like not new DJs you like, top 5
Yeah.
DJs.
So A-Track has always been one of my favorites as well.
Okay.
Um,
And you don't let's do this. Don't put them in order like 1 to 5, just the top 5.
yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying. There's like, I kind of have like my party rocker list and then my turntablist list.
All right, well then you hit whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I got to think through this and talk through. Dude, I there's like a few that are just top of mind, but I'm like, are they? I don't know. All right, let me think on it while you're saying, because you're probably going to spark some of my.
So I would say
ideas. I know you like Ease a lot.
Yeah, he's dope. I don't know if he'd be in my top 5, but he's dope. DJ Dummy's in my top 5. Craze in top 5.
Dummy. Damn, I forgot about Dummy. Now you
Totally,
got me thinking.
Total Eclipse is in top 5. Of course, Jazzy Jeff top 5. Um,
I just
who
thought
else?
Rectangle Revolution.
I wouldn't put them in my top 5.
I know, but I'm just throwing
Yeah.
names out there. People that are just
Yeah.
monsters.
Trying to think of who else.
What my brain's doing is it's like jumping around cities. Like Chris
Yeah,
Villa,
yeah.
is a
Yeah,
monster.
like I mean, there's dope. They're all dope, but I don't know what like top 5 just killers. Like, yeah.
What,
So who I got? I got Craze. I got Total Eclipse. I got Dummy, and Jeff. So I need one more.
Rock Raider.
Yeah, Rock Raider definitely be up there.
Yeah.
He'd be hovering. He'd be in that conversation. But there'd probably be some more too. But DJ Dummy, the reason why DJ Dummy is in my top 5 is because of the 1997 DMC, where in his 6-minute routine, he dissed all the competitors with songs, not, fast forward to today where we can make all these edits and we can do this and we can do that and I can, take an AI and put your name in the song or whatever I want to do. No, he found everyone's name in actual records and dissed them with it.
That's dope.
In a beat juggle fashion. Like it flowed. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and that. No, he had like a trick that he did with the diss for everyone. And it was one of the dopest routines. It was probably the dopest routine, in my opinion, that I've ever seen. And that's why Dummy goes in my top 5 right there.
Again, I don't know if he's top 5, but he's way up there for me. Is Newmark? Newmark's
dope.
He maybe not as big of an impact as others, but I like his style. I like that he's just always true to himself. He's like kind of carved out his own lane.
KUE has got to be up there, man. That little dude's a monster. He's a monster. Nobody can beat him right now.
Yeah.
In the turntables world.
But again, yeah, that's the thing. Like, are we talking about like DMC routines, or are we talking about party rockers?
I guess for me,
and
I don't
my
keep
brain's
up
going to like, I want people that can do both. Like,
Yeah.
I think that Craze can do both. I think that Jay Espinoza can do both. I think that Four Colors Act can do both. I think that
Ease can do both. I think Ease can do both. I don't know if Four Colors Act could hang in like the turntables world.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. But
Have you? I mean, what do you think is lacking there?
his cuts and his juggle skills.
You don't think? Okay.
Yeah, no.
Dude, I've seen that dude cut like crazy. He minimizes it though.
Yeah, not to say that he doesn't have good cuts, but they're not like, again, like you watch a Case Wiz, like that dude's he's just a hammer. Like,
Sure, but
you know what I'm saying? Like
the cuts, yes, but where would we be with like the tone play stuff if it weren't for Four Colors Act? So like maybe he's not as strong. It's kind of like building a video game character where like you got to build out the stats, but you can only have so much of this and that. Like his cuts may not be, but his track selection is crazy. His tone play is crazy.
That's why I said the turntablist world. Like the turntablist world in that like that battle side, like I don't think he can hang. Now, like, he won Red Bull 3 style, which is different. He's great. It's just the turntablist world, I don't think he can hang.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to hang with the precision, the ease.
Scratch Bastard.
I don't even think Scratch Bastard can really hang with a lot of these guys, man. Like, yeah. Nah.
I don't know, man. I think
not on that level, man. Like, have you been watching like DMCs lately? I mean,
I have.
Stuff.
I have, but I still think
Scratch Bastard's dope. Here's the thing: that people are gonna say some shit. Oh man, KUE hating. It's not that I'm hating. It's just it's a different.
Yeah, it's elevated.
It's a different. It's a different
it's
room.
Like LeBron's NBA versus Jordan's NBA.
It's a different room.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It's not that you're not good in this room. Like Scratch Bastard at Red Bull 3 style, monster, all day. DMC, I don't think so. Um, it's just a different. It's a
Yeah.
different ball game. It's a different
Yeah.
playing field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. So I like it almost has to be kind of divided up. I mean, it's almost like who that's why like the Grammys does best pop music, best rap music,
Right,
whatever.
right.
Like you know, you can't quite throw everybody in there together because there's
Yeah.
so many different aspects of the game that you have to you got to split it up and go, okay, well, what are we talking about?
Right.
But
Exactly.
the original question is like the top 5 of all time everything? Like what
That's
is the
tough,
question?
man. I mean, because then it's because that question is super subjective. It is hard, and it's really just opinionated, right? Like some people will say, well, it's got to be Grand Mat or Grand Wizard Theater's got to be in there because he invented the scratch. Like he wouldn't be in my top 5, but that's me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or like or Funk Master Flex or Kid Capri, they're not really in my top 5. Are they, because of their mixtapes, or even, DJ Clue or DJ Drama, or, those guys, or Woo Kid, because of the mixtape stuff. Everybody's kind of had their own lane, so it definitely depends on what you're talking about.
Impact versus because there's people that never get mentioned that are incredible,
Yeah, like
like
a Bad Boy
Dopez
Bill.
or
Yeah, Dopez.
there's all these people that like they're not a household name in the DJ world, but they're shredders, So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, man. I think I wasn't quite prepared for this
Yeah,
question
yeah,
and
we
for
just threw it
for
out
this
there.
examination.
We just
Like
threw it
it
out
is
there.
an interesting thing. There's probably whoever's listening to this is like screaming right now, like you guys aren't saying so and so.
Like Bad Boy Bill is on somebody's top 5, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of all the things he's done, or James Hype could be on somebody's top 5 right now.
All right, while we're on the top 5 topic, I'm gonna switch.
All right.
What would you say right now? And we can kind of go back and forth one for one. What 5 songs do you think right now are the songs to be playing in the club that are getting a reaction and response? Like you
Getting a
definitely got to
reaction.
have these in the crate. They're
I
definitely
mean,
getting
yeah.
played. And we're talking nightclub. This isn't
Yeah,
wedding special event. This
Right,
is
right.
like you're getting to play the
Man,
spot that you want to be playing.
Yeah, it's a tough question for me because I haven't been doing a lot of nightclubs. But I would say, if I had to guess, like Tommy Richmond.
Is it getting a response?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Are
But
people
then
just
again,
grooving to
like,
it, or
here's
people
the
hyped
thing,
for it?
like that's a hard question for me because I'm not doing a lot of nightclubs. So it works for where I'm at.
Yeah, payback. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it works for where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I would say, I think the hip hop stuff, I think the Sexy Red stuff's probably still getting a reaction.
Rich Baby Daddy.
Yeah, Rich Baby Daddy or Ski
Looking for the Hose.
Looking for the hose, that stuff. And then
Get It Sexy.
what else? I mean, there's some songs that I like, but I don't know about the reaction in like a big club setting.
What about Not Like Us?
Yeah, I'm sure Not Like Us is probably moving the floor.
Are you playing Nasty?
What's Nasty? I don't know that one.
Is it I'm gonna mess her name. Is it Tina Shea?
I don't even know that record.
I'm a
That's
nasty
new.
girl. I'm a nasty girl.
Is that like a remix of the old Nasty Girl song from who sang it back in the day?
I think so. But yeah, if you don't have that one in the crates, you definitely need that. What about the Shabuzi record?
I'm sure it's probably working. I don't like it.
I don't. I
I'm
actually
over
played
the
it for
country
the.
stuff.
I played it for the first time Sunday.
Yeah, how to
I'm
work.
looking at a pretty full room.
Mm-hmm.
Got a request.
Mm-hmm.
Played it.
Mm-hmm.
2 people were doing the line dance. Everybody else sat down.
Yeah, I'm sure if you were at PBR, it probably would go crazy.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, it was black people that requested it.
Yeah, I'm sure they did, and people will jump on the train because
that's
dude's
what made me
black
feel comfortable.
or
I was
whatever.
like, huh.
But I don't think that record is popping like that. No,
Well,
not at like the spot that you're playing at. I
Right.
doubt
It keeps coming up though.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the Beyonce record, right? The Beyonce country record that she put out, that in my opinion was whack. I didn't even like the record, and I don't jump on stuff just because it's Beyonce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or just because they're black too and they're making a country song, I'm not just gonna jump on it.
but they're good. They're good fill records when the room is, it may not be like the peak hour.
That's opener.
Yeah, good opener
Opener
record,
record.
or like in the case with me, it's a good closing record, or towards the closing, because I do a brunch gig and I play it until everybody leaves. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think we should start doing that. I think we should start talking about like what records are actually.
Well, the problem with us is we're not doing any big clubs, like big nightclubs right now.
No, but I can play my room for about an hour, like damn near like a nightclub.
But
Not
what's
like
popping like a wheelhouse? You know what I'm saying? Like who's playing there and what are they playing over there? Because it's a different vibe. It's a younger crowd, more nightclubby type crowd. So I wonder what they're playing.
I don't know. I got a call. I got a call from Tin Roof. Was it Friday night?
I heard they were looking for a DJ last Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
Yeah,
Was it Saturday night? I think it was Saturday night. And so they called me, reached out to me, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it either.
But I kind of heard through the grapevine, basically last minute, who they had booked, and I won't say who out of respect.
Did not go well.
They like day of canceled.
What do you mean they have canceled?
The day of so Saturday, the DJs called in and
who was supposed to play?
who were supposed to play.
Okay.
I don't know if they got another gig.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt both of them got sick. I'm not really sure what happened.
You said both of them? I know who you're talking about.
So, they're off the list.
Yeah. So then who came and played?
Hadis. Hadis.
Okay.
How do you say it?
I think that's how you say it, Hadis.
Hadis.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, he's the homie, but I
Yeah.
never say his name.
Yeah. What's up, dog?
Like, it's not that I don't know his
I think
name.
it's Hadis.
I don't
I think
say
that's how you
it.
say it. I think that's how you
Hadis.
say it. So he came and
H-A-D,
played.
yeah.
So how'd it go when he played?
Oh, I'm sure he crushed it.
Fine.
He actually played Sunday too. He played
I saw
part
he
of
played
Deception set
Yeah.
and did great. He went a little bit more I don't know what to call it, like a little more hip hop.
Okay.
And by like kind of think more on the like Sexy Red end of the spectrum.
More of the new stuff.
More kind of new stuff,
Big
down
Boogie,
tempo.
Boss Man D-Lo.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he played Big Boogie, but he played some joints. Like he definitely
Cash Cobain.
he definitely got a good reaction from the crowd on a few of them. But he played a few records that I didn't know that I might have Shazammed. I'll admit it.
Don't you from me? I Shazam all kinds of stuff.
I'll admit it.
I don't even care.
Um,
I don't care. You play a record I don't know, and I got my phone on me. I'm Shazamming it.
but me, as he was playing, Deception comes up. I was like hanging out in the sound booth, like keeping an eye on things because everything was clipping. Just the sound guy wasn't there Sunday, so we were kind of like just doing our best with it. But we were kind of talking about it, and there's kind of it's kind of an interesting thing to discuss, and I know we've discussed it before, but doing what's right for the room, because it's rhythm and brunch, right? From 11 to 3, and that kind of bleeds over into my set. I play a lot of R&B stuff, but DJs come in, get booked, or invited, come out by Tony, or I'm sorry, Deception, and kind of go off format, and it's in ways it works, and in other ways it's like, well, but
yeah, what are you gonna do with the rest of the day?
Yeah, it's kind of it's sometimes hard to, when you go super hard like that, and you got everybody up twerking and standing in the booths and everything. Like, I love getting a good pop reaction from the crowd as much as the next guy. But it does kind of suck some of the energy out of the room, because let's say you follow up with the, now I want to get on, and my first song was going to be Mariah Carey and Busta Rhymes, but the song before that was some Big Boogie or something like that. Like the songs afterwards kind of fall flat.
Right.
And anyways, look, I'm not griping. All I'm
Yeah.
saying is, um,
It's just like a opening set. You know
it
what I mean?
it's
Like,
well, it's not really an opening set
but
though.
you still got to be mindful what's happening for the rest of the day.
You
I think so.
you do want to be mindful, and kind of that somebody's coming on after that's like, yeah, you're gonna just get up and leave when your set's done, and you don't own the day.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a part of it, so like, you know, you're not invested. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna do my thing and I'm gonna roll out.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting thing. Like, how do you handle that? Do you talk to somebody? Do you just let it ride? Like, because the reason I bring this up, and Hedis is family up at Tin Roof. Like, we love that dude.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not a reflection on him. This is he did fantastic, but it brings up this thing where it's like, we talked about some other DJ or DJs, getting kind of like taken off the list because they did something that they probably didn't know was wrong. They were like, okay, well, whatever the problem, they had some sort of problem and had to cancel, and now they're paying this consequence for it. Like, do we save DJs from themselves where, it could be an opening DJ thing, it could be cancellations, it could be any number of different things? Because it seems like in the DJ community, from what I see, people just let other DJs hang themselves out to dry and don't say anything because they don't want to be like that dude that's
Yeah.
doing that thing.
I think it depends on who it is.
How close you are.
Yeah, how close you are to that person. You know what I mean? Like, just like anything else. If it's like, a situation between you and I, absolutely, we got each other's back. But if it's somebody that, I mean, maybe don't know, don't really fuck with, he's still a grown individual. You know what I mean? Like, if you cancel day of, I don't care what it is. Like, that's like a no, calling into work or whatever. It's like there's consequences for that. And in the DJ game, there's no rules, right? So there's nothing to say that you can't cancel day of. You can. But then if you do, then you just have to read the repercussions of what happens if you do cancel day of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's not like, is it bad of them to do it? Yeah, maybe not. But at the same time, Tin Roof has they fully have the right to do it, and Tin Roof fully has the right to do what they want to do with that situation.
Well, I think one of the reasons I've been at Tenerife as long as I have is just being dependable.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of DJs don't realize how, like, that might be the most important thing, as far as like longevity or whatever, like being able to rock a crowd and doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you got to be good. But if you're not dependable, like these places, especially, on a Saturday night or something like that, that's tough. Like, if I canceled my Sunday and was like, look, I got to cancel my Sunday because I'm going to be out of town, but my boy Q can come in and DJ, and they're, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, he's on the list, whatever. All that, it's all good. But man, Saturday night, couple hours before the gig, whatever.
That's tough.
That's woo.
That's tough, man.
Have you ever had to do that?
Have I ever had to cancel? No, I don't think so. Not like day of, like hours before. Like, there's been times where I maybe had to move some stuff around, but like what you said, like if I ever had to cancel a gig and move something around, I always like took care of it. Like, right. I would always.
I got you though. I got a person that can fill or something. Right? Like that.
Yeah, I got somebody, and it would be somebody that fits the mold. 9 times out of 10, it's somebody that or it's been around that you can kind of like.
Yeah, you make it right.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm just throwing you, this weird bone, like, who's this guy? Or maybe if you don't know him, there's somebody else in the building that knows him that can vouch. Be like, oh, that's so-and-so. He's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's good. He's going to do a good job. So that's always been my situation if I had to cancel. But I don't think I've ever had to cancel, like, day of or anything like that. It was always, I knew beforehand.
Yeah.
And I,
I really
figured it out.
So anybody that like knows me really well, they know I get to gigs pretty early. I get a little bit of anxiety and whatever. I'm at just the point in my life where I can talk about it. But yeah, so for me, if I get to the gig early, no anxiety. I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's always that like running late. Am I going to am I going to run into issues because I don't have enough time to troubleshoot and figure
Mm-hmm.
things out? Am I going to get a parking spot and all that kind of stuff? If I get in front of that and
Yeah.
um,
I think
but
that's just a regular life skill. You know what I'm saying?
well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but and also like I just think about I've always had a day job. Like if I just didn't come into work or whatever, if I'm there and my job was like critical to the success of whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you can't call in. I think the exception is earlier in the year, I actually I got sick twice,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I feel like one time it was COVID, one time it was something else, and man, I was terrified because I'm like, I'm Mr. Reliable, I'm Mr.
Right. Right.
Dependable, I'm always going to be there, I'm always going to be, I show up, I'm sober, I'm whatever,
Yeah.
and I'm like, damn, this is twice in a relatively short amount of time. I got to cancel because I'm sick, but I wasn't doing like a Saturday night where it was critical, and they were like, well, we'll find somebody, it's all good, and they were super cool about it. But other than that, I think in the 5 years, 6 years, whatever it's been, I've been at Tin Roof, I haven't missed anything,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've had it like like again
even
like
through COVID.
call no show. Or not necessarily call no show, but just like cancel at the last minute. I don't think so. I never really had that happen. Like I said, I've had stuff come up where it's like, all right, well, I'd rather do this gig, or if it came down to the two. But yeah,
You
always.
said you said earlier that you recorded a mix.
Oh yeah, man. Popped the phone up, looked up the iRig, and hit record, man.
Yeah. You gonna
It's,
post it up?
yeah, I posted up this probably tonight.
Where are you gonna put it? Pause.
Yeah, man, that's a pause, bro.
Yeah, that's a shelf. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a.
you gotta, yeah.
Let's go ahead and put that on the shelf.
We'll post that on YouTube. Yeah, it'll be a YouTuber.
Yeah. I know we kind of talked about this a little bit already, but I put a mix on YouTube. I
Mm-hmm.
think 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
And it did
pretty well.
surprisingly well. Yeah,
Yeah,
it did. I'm over. Yesterday I just posted that it hit 5,000 views,
nice.
and opened my YouTube thing again today, and it was 5,400. So I got
That's still
400
rolling.
today alone.
Yeah.
Over
What's
400,
your
and
what's your
it's
subscriber count up to now?
I think like 150,
Yeah,
160.
that was a big thing that you gained a lot of subscribers from.
Yeah, yeah. I started out, I think I had 30,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and I'm sure that almost all of those are from the mix.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool that I'm getting good response, and man, we just have something out to like talk about and promote. People are reaching out to you, and
Yeah.
like it just feels good to have something, and I'm glad that you got a little something that you're gonna, and I'll help you push it, and we'll get everybody on
Yeah, man.
getting
You
that
know
out
me,
there.
I'm a huge advocate of creating content and putting it out, and just trying to find the time. But the biggest thing, like now with technology, we talk about like the iRigs, and there's a couple of devices that you can use, but it's so easy to
Yeah.
do. Like today, the scenario was, a lot of people know I'm in fitness. I coach and got home from coaching, had a small break. I actually, P Dot had a video on YouTube. I was kind of watching. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, man. It was a little easy. He probably put more effort into the video, but I was like, you know what?
Oh wait, I saw that too. Yeah, he put out a
Yeah,
little mix.
yeah, put out a mix on the Rain Performer. And he had two camera angles going. I was like, oh, that's pretty slick.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hook this phone up and hook the iStream up. And I just freestyled a mix out of Beat Source. And I don't have the Beat Source package where you get the DJ edits. I just
Yeah,
had like the
like premium.
cheap one, whatever
Sure.
that one is. And so it doesn't have any intro, outro edits. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to make it work. And I just freestyled a mix for about 20 minutes and recorded it. And then I'll post it up. But the dope thing is how easy it was. And like I said, I literally had 30 minutes to make the mix. Like just a 30-minute window of let me do something in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Made a 20-minute mix.
Yeah. Through a
Yeah.
cover art
And
together.
I didn't even make that yet, but made the mix in 20 minutes. And then I had 10 minutes before I had to leave the house again. You know what I'm saying? So, like, literally, I came home, sat down for a minute. I was like, man, I got 30 minutes to do something. So, out of that 30 minutes that I had, I made a 20-minute mix, recorded it, boom, boom. But I think that what my hustle might be to pump out more stuff like this is to grab like 20 minutes of a mix like that when I'm at a gig.
Yeah. The problem with that is, well, not the problem, because there is a solution, but you can't record internally into Serato using BeatSource. They won't let you.
No, I'll bring the iRig.
Yeah, you have to record into an
yeah.
external device.
Yeah, I'll bring the iRig and do like what I did today. And then like how I went live the other day at the gig. So I went live at Art Bar for a little while. But instead of going live, I think what I want to do is actually just record mixes. Like, I see you DJ for 4 hours. I'll pick like 20 minutes, set the camera up, hit record, capture 20 minutes of the 4 hours, and then take that and then put it up on YouTube.
Yeah. It's really interesting. I was trying to, I was discussing, I forget who I was talking to about this, but I've always put a lot of stock into my live performance, like say at the gig, right? Whether it's Saturday night or Sunday fun day or whatever it is, like that's my focus. And it's, once that night's done, whatever I did is like, it's gone. And if there was 50 people there or 500 people there or whatever it was, they were drunk and maybe they were just there for cheap drinks and that's where the girls are or whatever. But when you put something, say on YouTube, which lately seemingly is very lenient on allowing you to put music up or mixes up, that's there to stay. And
yeah,
it can be there a year from now or 5 years from now or whatever. And the people that want to hear you, like the mix that I put out, like it appeals to, well, it's just kind of interesting. Like people are seeking that out and looking for it and appreciating that and subscribing and liking and doing all of those things. Like those are our people. That's our like real audience.
right.
They came looking for us or looking for somebody who's doing what we do or whatever. And so I'm starting to shift the way that I look and see this versus where before it was, my focus was, or I put a lot of stock in the live set. And now I'm like, man, I think it's more beneficial for me to put the focus on creating things that are going to stick around, it's like a conversation that's not recorded or a podcast that's recorded and captured and going to live on.
Right.
And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to kind of shift, but also here's the thing. It could be the same 50 or 100 people or 500 people, at the gig each week. They've seen you. It's not really doing that much for you significantly if those people see you DJ again. But when you put something, say, on YouTube that's a global platform, there's people from all over the world, and you never know. You never know. There could be a booking guy in whatever, Chicago or San Francisco or Miami or whatever that sees your mix and is like, hey, man, you know what? We got a club down here that you would be perfect for. This style that you're doing, this is fantastic. We want you to come out. But also, you could really build some fans. And I don't know if it was you and I, man, my memory's shit today, but I think it was you and I. I think it's also a great way to sell a product where you may not
Oh
make
yeah.
money off these mixes.
Yeah. We had the conversation. Do we want to
That
give
was us.
all that sauce out though? I mean, we can, but that's a lot of sauce.
Damn, you got me over here second guessing. Maybe
I mean,
I'll keep it to myself.
talk about it. I mean, we had that
Talk
conversation.
about it.
Talk about it.
Maybe.
Yeah, you know.
All right. Well, I'll keep it vague, right? But you can use that platform for more than just showing people
Right.
your craft.
Yeah.
All right. You can read between the lines of what we're
Basically,
saying.
utilize
Here.
your social media.
Yes.
Utilize your social media
Yes.
to and the sky's the limit. Get creative with it because there's so many more things than just posting a picture of yourself, or your new Jordans or whatever that you can get out of it.
Yeah. So, and you know, if you're looking for a sign from the universe that you need to record a mix and post it up, like this is it.
Yeah, do it.
the
Here's the
DJ
thing.
gods are like,
thing
I'm a
is,
conduit.
It's so easy. Like, I get it. You want to have the multiple angles with the drone and the this and the that. I get it. Like, that stuff's dope. But just to
you don't
get
need
some
it.
content out, you don't need it. You need a phone. That's it. And it don't have to be an iPhone. It could be an Android. It don't have to be an Android. It could be an iPhone. It don't matter. It could be a Cricket phone. It don't matter.
And yeah, you don't have to invest heavily right off the bat. Just like
Yeah.
with this podcast.
Right.
You know, we didn't put thousands of dollars into this. It's like I had some stuff laying around the house and I had an iRig and I've got it plugged into my work phone up there. So
Right, yeah.
this is, you
But
know, you can do it with really, you know,
Yeah, what's crazy is if you do
Inexpensively.
some research about, creators, YouTube creators, Instagram creators, social media creators, a lot of people are just using phones
Yep.
to capture because, and we've kind of touched on this before, because it's a straight away to the platform.
Yep.
Right? Because what you're mainly posting on is going to be on mobile, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why not capture on mobile, post through mobile,
Right.
because that's how people are going to consume it, is on mobile. So, like, especially for Instagram, like, I do have some DSLR cameras and stuff like that, but when I capture on that, then I got to go
dump it in your computer.
dump it in my computer,
editing software.
I got to change the aspect ratio, make sure it exports so it will fit on Instagram. If I capture with my phone, it's going to fit on Instagram, like, automatically. I don't have to do anything else. Now if I want to make a little cool edit through CapCut or whatever, all my media is captured from my phone, and then when I put it in and edit it through there, and even you can even edit it on your phone, it once I export it, it's ready to post. There's nothing else, like, and then I'm posting it from my phone.
Yeah. I would also, just, I know I'm not doing crazy numbers, whatever, 5,000, who is not the craziest number on YouTube, but it's enough to encourage me that moving forward, I will invest a little bit more time, a little bit more effort. And each time go, but you can start off small. You can start off one angle and wait till you get a mix or something like that pops and gets a good reaction. And then invest a little bit more. Yeah. And then wait till that gets a little bit of pop reaction. And then invest a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And just grow it slowly. You don't have to, day one have this crazy polished, perfect product.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
Start off, and you would actually, you'd be surprised. It's one camera angle recorded on a phone through an iRig, mixes up on YouTube that have tens of thousands, if not like 100,000 listens on them. So
yeah,
that I've seen it. I watch them. I listen to them all day at work.
Yeah,
So
if you go back and if you rewind and go back to the early days of YouTube, where okay, we all love Mojax, right? Because he's like the #1 reviewer. Him and like Digital DJ Tips. Go back and look at some of their earlier videos with I don't know what they were recording them on, right? Could have been like a camcorder. Compared to now, they look like trash, but they're still up. Yeah. And we still watch them.
Yeah.
and we still
And
got
they're
the knowledge or whatever we needed to get from it, and it's all good.
but they're also still clocking numbers
That too.
where we talked about making money, monetizing, whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you're not gonna really get a big return on your first couple of videos. You may not even get a return on your first 50 or 100 videos, but
Yeah.
at some point down the road, you've got this huge library of stuff amassed that at a certain point it's like, oh, wait a minute, now I've caught on, now I'm in the algorithm,
Mm-hmm.
now it's and then the trickle starts, whether it
Yeah.
be
It's a long
money.
game.
Yeah, it is a bit of a long game, and you're not going to
Yeah.
make money off the mixes, so you might want to have something else like P-Dot has the other videos that he's talking about,
Yeah, you got review
reviews and
videos
stuff like
or
that.
just
You need more than
yeah.
just the mixes if you ever plan on getting something out of it outside of.
Yeah, I think that he's got a really good formula going, and I like what he does because it's simple, and he's kind of hitting, I think, all the corners.
Yeah.
So he's got mixes to garner attention. He's doing reviews that garner attention. Then the reviews could be monetized because he's not using copyrighted music in the reviews. And then he's got other videos where it's just him talking about just current events or just
Yep.
things that are going on. Obviously, those could be monetized as well. But then again, too, he's still putting out mixes
Right.
that he knows those videos can't be monetized, but they're getting him views, they're getting him attention. So if somebody comes to your page and sees, oh man, I like this mix. What else is on here? What else is on his page? And they're going through his page. Oh man, he's talking about
Yep.
Rain Performer. I'm kind of interested in that. Like, do I want to buy that or not? Like, let's see what kind of input he has because you like this mix. I think he's got a really good formula going, and he's not somebody like if you go look at his page, he's not he's not Mr. Beast or Jake Paul or anybody like that, but he's consistent and he's using the formula and working through it, and I think it's gonna work for him.
Yeah, I think so too. I think over the next couple of years, the guy's gonna, kind of be one of the household names like Mojax or something like that. Everybody's, and I mean, I think that he's doing numbers and doing well now. I'm not trying to say that he's not, but yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that you and I can do the same thing, and I think that whoever is
100%.
listening to this, like, there's plenty of room. There's billions of people. There's probably millions of DJs.
Yeah.
There's people that are doing kind of the same thing that we're doing in other countries. There's people in different languages. There's, who knows? Who knows what this could potentially turn into? But you got to start somewhere. You just got to start. I think that
Yeah.
that's the key, is just taking that first step and go. Then you can look at it and go, okay, well, this is what I need to do to improve. Like, I remember when we first started, I felt like I was kind of stumbling over my words a lot, like because I was just kind of overthinking things as the podcast was going on. In every podcast, I'm getting more and more comfortable of like getting what's in my mind and articulating it.
Yeah, it's
And
just practice.
Practice. And that's going to continue to happen where, you listen the first couple, it's kind of clunky. It might be that way with your mix, and you may decide that you don't want to put those things out, or you may decide that you do want to put them out, and that's completely up to you. Actually, that's something that you and I kind of debated in the beginning. I wanted to just,
Yeah.
I wanted to bank a few and go, okay, well, let's just get some practice runs in, and you were like, no, we're putting them out. And sometimes, it was tough for me. I'm not gonna lie, but it was the sign from the universe of like,
Yeah, you
no.
put them out there.
Just put it out, and if there's anything wrong, we'll fix it in the next one. But
yeah. And there's this thing called humanality, right? Like it's people are chasing perfection, and that's the there's a phrase for that, like, but I can't remember what it is. But when you chase perfection, you're just never gonna get anywhere, right? So you're always going to be harping on this and harping on that, and then you never get anything done, and you never get anything out.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, 6 months pass, a year's pass, and like, man, I should have did that 6 months ago or a year ago. Just put it out there, and then just work on it as you go.
Yep.
And And the thing is, I think the people are afraid of the comments, the backlash, the feedback, the this, to that. Turn that shit off, right? Like, don't read it. Don't read into it. Don't get sucked into it, because somebody's gonna say something.
Right.
Somebody's gonna have something to say. The mix that I made, it's not perfect. There's mistakes in it. I don't care. It's gonna get posted. Somebody, oh man, you missed that half a beat. Da, da, da. That's cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fine. So, it's no big deal. You know what I mean? Somebody's gonna say something. I got a video up on YouTube right now. It's got hundreds of comments. 50 of them are negative. I don't even read them.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. That's what I write.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is too, and I know I might be stealing like Chris Rock things, but like that's how you know you're doing something right, is when you start getting haters. Somebody's paying attention to what you're doing, and they're feeling some type of way about it. The other thing is too, is like, I think a lot of people, not everybody that likes your stuff is going to hit the like button too. So if you get 100 listens on your mix and you get 5 likes, that doesn't mean that only 5 people liked it. Because I listen and watch stuff all the time. I am way too stingy with my likes. I'm trying to get better at it now that I'm doing this, but I still, I'll watch something, I'm like, man, I'll share it to 5 people and still won't hit that like button. I don't know.
A lot of people watch, YouTube, they watch a lot of it on their TV. So, yes, you can hit the like button on your TV, but you got to kind of scroll over and do this and that with the remote. So, and people, especially with DJ mixes, that's what's dope. We have friends that have house parties, and they have, a sound system hooked up to their TV through their house, and they'll play the mixes, you know what I mean? And I'm sure they won't hit the like button, but they're, people are over and they got it playing in the background.
Right. They're spinning it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're playing it. So
100%. So, there's always that, but people, the like button's tough, because I think a lot of people are consuming YouTube to their TV and they're not even thinking about hitting the like button.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just put it out there.
Yeah.
Don't worry about.
Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it. Don't be a perfectionist about it. Put it out there with your mistakes. Just get it out, because that's all in practice. You're not chasing the final product. You're just chasing the process.
Yeah.
So your process when you think that you've gotten good, there's something else you can work on.
Yeah.
So you're always chasing the process, right? Not the final product. So that's why, again, I say, even in the beginning, just put it out, because that's just a part of the process, and you just get better and better and better and better, because you're going to find out things about putting it out. If you wait till like, I got the perfect mix, or I got the perfect video, and you put it out, now you don't know anything about hashtags. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't know anything about titling or thumbnailing or all these other pieces of the process that you'll learn if you're consistently putting things out. Now you don't know, oh man, the lighting in this video sucked.
You also, I'm just going to piggyback off what you're saying. You never know what's going to hit, because this last mix that did decent numbers, that wasn't the first mix that I put up on YouTube. The other one just did okay numbers. I liked it. I liked the music, but I played a lot of songs that were not what I would consider familiar. I thought that I was like, I'm going to put out a mix of songs that are these are just songs that I like. And it did okay. It did great for what I was expecting, but it was like a test run,
right?
So, I don't know. I got lucky that the second one did really well, but, so if the first one doesn't do well, do another one, do the second one, do the third one, do the fourth one, do the fifth one. And then, tweak each one, or try different styles and different genres or whatever. And I'd be willing to bet that one of them's going to pop. Maybe it's your house music one. All of a sudden now you have this huge audience of people that are like, oh, I love DJ KUE's house music. Like, he picks really good sets, he's picking different songs than are what are on all the other house mixes. So I'm gonna subscribe, and you know the world will tell you what to do. Like, oh,
Right.
you guys want more house music? Cool. I'm gonna keep making house mixes. You know, you can do the other ones too, but like the world, the algorithm, the world, the listeners and stuff like that will tell you what to do, and you just have to kind of tune into that frequency and keep it rolling.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like, yeah, just keep it rolling, keep putting stuff out, keep making things. Like we talked about our scratch room or on Instagram,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you know, there's a couple of guys that have
Definitely
taken off and ran with it
leveled up.
and leveled up, and you
Yeah.
can see that they're like, oh shit, okay, scratch every day, I'll get better. All right, let me try it. You know what I mean? Let me just try it and see if what they're saying works, and they're seeing that it's working.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I'm saying?
hopefully the other people in the group that
Yeah.
are not as consistent are seeing the people that are consistent leveling up, and that's inspiring them and not,
Yeah.
you know, having a negative effect. Like that's the thing, you know. If you look at the guys that are posting every day, like me, Chris, you know, they're, you know, I don't want to say who all's in the group or whatever, but um you know, the proof's in the pudding where like we're posting every day. Like this is a part of our life. It's been a part of our life. Practicing every day is just kind of normal for us. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
think there's some people that it's not part of their everyday. So that's like kind of the first hurdle is like building that consistency in their life. And once that consistency is built in, they will just get better and better and better and better.
Yeah.
That's what we did to get where we are.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm actually going back. Um, I think I made a joke about it in the chat the other day about like my chirps are chirping now. But I've always been able to chirp,
Mm.
but I've not been able to chirp how I want to chirp.
Right.
Like I want to chirp like high noon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me just, I know it's a basic scratch, but I'm going to go back to the drawing board. And
Mm-hmm.
every night I'm just chirp, 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 chirp.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm chirping it up and I'm starting to get it to do what I want it to do,
Right.
like faster and more powerful, more, you know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
more confident. And then I'm going to, you know, I'll move on to the next thing. I don't know what the next thing's going to be, but I'm seeing one of the girls in the group is working flares,
Mm-hmm.
and she's been doing it for a couple of days. And I remember like the first day, you know, it was pretty slow,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but each day it's getting a little bit faster, a little bit cleaner, a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm like that's it, you know. And it's crazy because as long as I've been DJing, as long as I've been scratching, she's gonna flare before me because she's focused on that. She's
Yeah.
drilling it, she's working it, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But that's got me, you know, seeing those things motivates me. Where it's like, damn, all these years and I still don't have a flare in my
Yeah. It's all about
repertoire.
what you work on, you know,
Yeah,
what you focus on. You know, if that's what you focus on, like me, I'm not a chirp scratcher. Um, can I do a little half-ass chirp? Yeah, but it's not in like, you know, my repertoire of
yeah,
scratching.
not
It's
hitting
not
those
like
high
my,
noon chirps.
yeah, it's not my go-to. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, if I was like, all right, I'm just gonna take, you know, this amount of time and just really focus on chirps, I'd probably get it down.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
if you can,
yeah.
dude, the way that you flare, chirps would be
Yeah. So, but yeah,
nothing.
the whole point is just like what we said it from the beginning. If you're practicing every day, especially focus practice on like a certain skill, you're gonna get better at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so, like TJ's getting better at a lot of things that he's trying to put together. Just seeing him from the first couple of times that he posted, or even when I've seen him out, you know, DJing in the past to now,
Yeah.
he's figuring it out.
Yeah, he is.
You know
Yeah,
what
he
I
is.
mean?
He's definitely
Yeah.
like rookie of the year
Right.
in the scratch realm.
Yeah,
Like he
for
wasn't
sure.
scratching at all before, and
Right.
now it's like, dude, and we're gonna watch him get better than guys that have been scratching for years just based
Yeah.
on consistency.
Yeah, he wants it too. Like it's a thing. You know, if you want to have this skill that we talked about before, it's like it's self-fulfilling, right? It'll pay off in the long run, but it doesn't pay dividends right away. So, but you got to want to do it. You know.
Yeah. I'm well, two things. One is I just to anybody that's listening to this, organize that a little bit. I
Mm.
know it sounds a little crazy because it's a creative endeavor. It's an artistic endeavor. Scratch and turntablism is, but I was looking today and I think I found the one that I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy a whiteboard
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna keep it in there and I'm gonna have my scratches listed out
Mm-hmm.
to where like it's like so I don't neglect my chirps. Like I
Mm-hmm.
get the chirps and it's like okay I got them, but I need to make sure that I'm working on chirps for whatever it is 5 minutes each day,
Yeah.
and just kind of keep it organized and it's like okay I know that next on the list is going to be this or that, and I can mark each day like all right I worked it Monday, I worked it Tuesday, worked it
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I know like that sounds super geeky, but
That's what it takes. It's just like anything
I'm
else you
yeah,
want to get
I
good at.
want it
Yeah.
I mean if you whether it's your workout or martial arts or
Yeah.
playing a sport, cross training, all that kind of stuff, like have yourself a checklist, and track your progress. I guarantee you, you might be self-conscious about having that in the corner of your room and people come over, but it will work for you,
100%. 100%. I mean, it's just like anything else you wanted to get good at. It doesn't really matter as long as you put that time in on
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you'll get better. For sure.
So I think we're right at about an hour. What you got going on this weekend?
This weekend, I'm off this weekend. Got the kiddo. So I'm
Okay.
chilling. Yeah, I'll have a lot going on.
Awesome. Gonna fly the helicopter.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That was dope, bro. Like, I really
Hey,
thought it was just going to be like this little cheap toy. It's like $20. I was like, oh, this is,
I know you
easy.
lit up talking about the
Yeah,
helicopter.
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
damn,
was the
this is,
helicopter for the kid or was the helicopter
it's
for
for,
you?
I
Be
mean,
honest.
it's, the Hot Wheels is for both of us too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
I'm
got the
not.
tracks, all that.
Hey,
That's
dude.
what's dope about having a boy, though, man.
Yeah.
Like, boy dad is, I don't know. People be talking about that girl dad stuff. I don't know. Boy dad all day.
Yeah. I don't have kids, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of like if I had my choice, which whatever, life's gonna happen. Life be lifing.
Right.
But yeah. So I got the Tin Roof Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
but it's my motherfucking birthday.
You better turn up, turn out. Let's go.
So well, Sammy will be here, so
Yeah.
she and I will be out and about
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
world, in the universe.
Yeah.
Hopefully, she's ready for some action.
Yeah.
That sounded terrible, but ready for.
Hopefully she don't hear that. She'd be like, huh?
She's gonna be like, "Why are you putting up?" All right, so, but
Might as well
yeah,
wrap it up after that.
I'm gonna try and get out in the world. I know Swirl One's got an event, somewhere and downtown, and so I was thinking about trying to pop in there, and yeah, so I'll be out and about, So if you see me outside, say what's up, and
Yeah, I'll be inside this weekend. Yeah, because I think it's gonna be hot too. So
it is gonna be hot. Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
Inside.
wrapping it up. Thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, we appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff, and yeah, get after it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do all that.
do all the things.
And a bag of chips.
All right.
Peace.
Catch you next week. Later.
Around times I need to stand up. Oh shit. I'm stiff.
Leg day.
No, it's